Continue to get this caution from the telephone company. Oh my, that may be in some kind of a propane tank or something there, Bob.
Yep, that's what it looked like. That's not our picture. I believe that's coming from
a ground
helicopter.
picture. Yep.
It is a ground picture?
That's a ground unit, as I understand it.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe chopper too.
Must be up on the original.
Those are firefighters in the street. They're not civilians.
Okay, and I thought it might be coming from our second helicopter, but we'll try to get that cleared up. But that's neither here nor there. That was a propane tank or something explosive that just caught on fire and exploded in that side in the middle. And you're right, those are firefighters. Hopefully they would have evacuated all those people as those flames advanced on the mobile home park.
You know what this looks like? It looks like a nuclear blast. It really does.
Well, I hope I never have to compare that in reality, Paul, but if this is as close as I want to get to it, I'm sure some people at Hiroshima and Nagasaki would say not quite, but as close as I know it's as close as I ever want to come to it.
You can see from the earlier shot how, you can see it from here, how tightly packed in these things are. That's just one big load of fuel right next to another big load of fuel.
I'm sorry, again, you're looking at Helicopter 2's picture or a ground picture over on the north side of the fire. I wish somebody would let us know exactly which one that is. I'm about 3 to 4 miles south of that particular shot. Ridge lines south of the Laguna Canyon Road, looking at Skyline Drive and canyons beneath that. Just total devastation. Literally hundreds of homes being burned south of and east of Laguna Canyon Road.
Bob Petty, let me interject here a minute.
Okay, sure.
I'm sorry. We all questioned the origin of this fire. We have word now from Pat Walker from Laguna Beach Fire that this fire they suspect was arson. This fire, they suspect, was set by what they call a copycat. I just wanted to bring that information to you. They now suspect arson, and take a look at what it's called.
We're not supposed to get involved. We're just supposed to say the facts here, Paul. That's all we're supposed to say.
Well, I know that
I know you're much more professional. I'm just a dumb old helicopter pilot, but I know what I'd like to say to someone who does that as a copycat or thinks it's cool or thinks it's neat to watch this happen. This is absolutely horrible, devastating. I don't have the words in my vocabulary to be able to describe it, the type of people that would do something like this, to watch it on TV later.
Well, if you're a dumb old helicopter pilot, Bob, how smart does that make the rest of us? I think we all have those feelings, and I wouldn't be ashamed of them if I were you. Again, this fire is now, they suspect, an arson fire. We get that from Pat Walker, Laguna Beach Fire, and they believe...
I'm losing IFB.
They believe it was set by a copycat.
Paul?
Yeah, John, go ahead.
We have word from Cardinal Roger Mahoney here. He is urging Californians to pray for the victims and the firefighters. This is a quote from the Cardinal. Seeing the pall of smoke hovering over so much of our area causes us to raise our hearts and minds to Almighty God in prayer for our neighbors who have been made victims by this monstrous disaster. The Cardinal added, may he grant us more favorable weather to help extinguish these blazes more rapidly.
John, let me give you some more information. We've been in touch with the White House. We talked with them just a couple of minutes ago, and we questioned the FEMA funds, the Federal Emergency Management Administration, Assistance Administration, and we wanted to know how much money and when. There are no answers yet. They are still, as they said, they have not decided how they're going to distribute this or how much money will be available to FEMA. And how could they decide? Because we don't know how much damage there's going to be when this is all over, when it ends.
And FEMA, of course, Paul, is the agency that is still being criticized for the lack of action or the delay of action of repairing Hurricane Andrew down in Florida. And more than a year and a half after that disaster, residents down there say that not much has been done, and FEMA getting a lot of the brunt of that responsibility. So, but that's the agency that is whose job it is to repair people's lives in situations like this on a federal level.
Good point, John. And also the floods back in the Midwest this summer. There's a lot of money coming there, and one question is whether the people have gotten that money yet or not. Bob Petty, what are you on there? It looks like a gigantic building in flames.
Actually, I think you're looking at the mobile home park there. We're further south than that shot, but you're looking at just dozens of homes on ridge lines going, and the horrible thought, the horrible truth is that inside the dense smoke that you cannot see through, and neither can I, are more homes, literally hundreds of homes, probably burning. We can't confirm that because we can't see, but the dense dark smoke that's going up behind the fires that you see now is increasing every minute. So it's got to be consuming something inside that heavy dark smoke, and we won't be able to see that until the main part of the fire has moved even further into more homes to the southeast, forming that triangle and that map that we discussed earlier between this Laguna Canyon Road and the coastline and southeast of those two locations.
Bobby, go ahead.
Oh, that's okay, Paul. I'm just going to keep talking about about just the total unbelievability of what I'm witnessing here on the sides of these hills.
Well, this certainly is one of, if not the worst fire disaster in the history of Southern California. I mean, I don't know any other way to put it. I don't know of anything else that compares to this, Bob. You were on Santa Barbara a few years ago.
The Santa Barbara fire definitely compares with it, but this is the worst in our bailiwick, in our Orange County, Los Angeles County area that I've seen since I've been working in the news since 1979. There may have been fires in the past that were worse. I've seen the Panorama fire back in 80, 81.
Now, what are we looking at here? We've got a fellow with a hose.
And we are listening to and looking at live coverage from KNBC. This is a portion of the Laguna Beach fire, a mobile home park that appears to be just about completely engulfed in flames. Again, we're listening to live coverage from KNBC of the Laguna Beach fire in Southern California.
The thing that's going to save him is the direction of the wind. He has nothing to say about it. Mama Nature is going to take care of it. If she keeps the fire going towards the coast, he may be okay. Again, we're back looking at the live pictures on the south side of Laguna Canyon Road, east side of Laguna Canyon Road, if you will. If you head from Interstate 5 down to the beach, you're really heading more of a southerly direction. So when you're talking left and right of Laguna Canyon Road, you're talking east and west rather than south and north, as most people would figure if you're talking going to the coastline.
Bob, that's the El Morro Beach Mobile Home Park that we told that we had the ground shot there. We got so many shots. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that wasn't yours.
Yeah, the one on the left side of your screen is ours, and the one on the right is the mobile home park from up on the north side of the fire. We're a good 4 to 5 or maybe 4 miles to the southeast of that location, but you can see the result is the same. The most dangerous side of the fire right now, that mobile home park, by the way, is the last bit of, would you say, civilization before you've got a long, empty stretch of chaparral before you get to the south edge of Newport Beach area, or maybe it's Sunset Beach. But you really don't have anything past that mobile home park to burn. That mobile home park would be enough to burn, but again, luckily there's nothing else to burn. Unfortunately, the shot that you're looking at now, the fire is burning towards the southeast, and literally, as I've said a couple of hundred times already, dozens, hundreds of homes in the path of these flames. We're just not able to see them because of the heavy, dense black smoke that the homes that you do see that are burning is producing.
Bob and Paula, this is John again. Real quickly, Bob, you mentioned a few minutes ago that you understood that the Laguna Beach High School, which was an evacuation center, might be endangered, and we now understand from the Red Cross that that shelter has been closed. Now, we don't know for sure it's in the path, but that's the assumption. So there are now 2 shelters in Orange County. The high school, Laguna Beach High School, has been relocated. That's at 3333 Golden Lantern in Dana Point. And there is another center at Corona Del Mar High School. That's at 2101 East Bluff Drive in Corona Del Mar. There is one more shelter at Villa Park High School. That one is closed, but it is on standby if it is needed. Back to you guys on that.
Thanks. The Laguna Beach High School then is closed. The word I had from our assignment desk that we'll try to keep trying to get confirmation on is that the high school itself was being burned.
All right, Bob Petty, let me interrupt you just for a moment now. We now have some reporting to be done from the ground. Our Rick Chambers, who we saw in Altadena this morning, has made his way to the El Morro Mobile Home Park. He has spent the last better part of a couple of hours there. He is at another location now, and he's got some incredible tape to show us. Rick, it's Paul Moyer. It's all yours.
What you're looking at here is the El Morro Mobile Home Park. Let me back out of the way and give you a much better shot of what's happening down here. Several hours ago, the sparks from the brush fire started reaching the outskirts of this mobile home park. That's when firefighters decided that it was time to get everybody out of here. Now, I can't give you an exact count of how many trailers are below our feet and just behind our shoulders, but I'd say it has to measure probably 100, maybe 200 trailers that are down here.